Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, come girl, hey girl, sit with us. How you doing? Today is the last video of our opposite versus series. Hey. Just for clarification, because this is the last video, if you go back and watch any of my zodiac opposites with the same, understand that because I'm talking about two opposite signs, I'm really talking about both of the signs. Sometimes I'm really going in on one side, sometimes I'm really going in on the other, but really it applies to both because you guys are really the same. It's just two different parts of your personality. Like I said, you have your shadow self and your actual self. Cancer versus Capricorn. Opposites but the same. Today our topic is mother versus father. Let's get started. So Cancers, well actually Capricorn and Cancer are both cardinal signs. But Cancer is our first water sign. Cancer represents the moon. That is their home, the moon, the land of emotions, the land of subconsciousness, the land of intuition, psychic things. I don't really know how to put that in a sentence correctly. Cancers are the most emotional sign of the zodiac. I feel like I just get beat up every time I say that because Cancers, a lot of them don't really like to identify as the most emotional zodiac sign, but it's truth and it's okay. Along with your other water signs, they're also emotional, but not as emotional as you are. A lot of signs are sensitive, a lot of signs are emotional, but Cancers really rule over emotions. Their emotions go really, really deep. They're the ocean, you know? They're the crab. So another reason why Cancers don't really like to identify as super emotional is because of their hard exterior. They're so soft and they're so sensitive and they pick up on so many emotional things that you probably aren't even telling them, or you don't need to tell them just because they pick up on them, and they don't want to get hurt by opening up, by showing off their emotions, especially a very inverted Cancer, because inverted Cancer will pull more of a Capricorn-like energy, and will be even more seem more cold or seem more hard and just aggressive and just don't come here, I'll bite, I'll pinch, you know. They'll have that kind of feel to them, but they're highly emotional. So the opposite sign, Capricorn, is the 10th sign of the zodiac, and Capricorn is the father of the zodiac. Capricorn is earth. It's cardinal earth, and it's real stubborn. I like to say that Capricorn is the most stubborn sign of the earth, out of the earth signs, not Taurus, only because you literally won't get a Capricorn to budge. It just won't happen. It will not happen. And they're the skeletal system. They're law. They are my way or the highway, you know? That is what Capricorns are. Capricorns are earth signs, so they're really down to earth. A lot of Capricorns are really real. They don't really care to save face or to kiss anybody's butt unless it'll get them opportunity business-wise. Well, something about both of these signs is because we're the mother and the father, they are both very dependable. We talked about both. Let's start getting into the nitty-gritty. Let me just say this. Because people knew that this video was coming, right? I have gotten some invoices and some text messages, a little bit of calls, a little bit of DMs from some Capricorn Cancer people, and I haven't gotten this from any other video, but the Cancer is just like, hey look, you always talk about other signs, I need you to talk about our sign. That was from the Cancer. From the Capricorns, it was just like, look, when you do this video, you need to make sure you do this, this, and this, and this. I'm gonna use that as an example about how Cancers and Capricorns have the takeover spirit. And let me tell you why. It's like mother and father. They can't help but to add their 2 cents. And they're both cardinal, so they're gonna give you their 2 cents. It's gonna they can't help but give you advice. They can't help but to take things into their own hands because nobody else is gonna do it correctly. For Cancers, because their opposite polarity is Capricorn, you have to understand what Capricorns really represent. They come from Saturn. Capricorn is money, power, success, government. That's what Capricorn is. responsibilities, seriousness, you know? So coming from mama, Cancer, who's all about emotions and nurturing, it's like Cancer rules over the household. But you have to understand that just like how a mother kind of rules over the household and takes care of everything and nurtures everybody and, you know, be superwoman at home, it's like Cancers naturally feel like they have to take that essence everywhere they go. And this is where the pedestal thing with Cancers come in. Cancers put other people on pedestals because they put themselves on a pedestal. It's a subconscious thing. It's like Cancers naturally feel like they are everybody's mama and everybody is their responsibility everywhere they go. And as soon as you give them a little inch, they take a mile. They run with it. They're soccer mom everywhere they go. They are more than willing to take care of things. They are more than willing to be like, okay guys, everybody gather together, you do this. Oh, I'm just so stressed. Oh, I'm so stressed. Somebody get me a towel because I'm really tired. Here, you do this and you do this. And it's like, whoa, Cancer. Cancer, I didn't ask you to take over. I didn't ask you to take over. And sometimes people can use that and be like, oh, it's okay, Cancer's gonna do it anyway, so we're just gonna let Cancer do everything. And she's just gonna take over anyway, and we'll just sit back and do whatever, you know. And then as Cancer's doing everything, sometimes Cancer, you have to realize that you put yourself into a lot of situations because, like a mother with their children, they give love to feel love, you know. And because Cancer is a water sign, it's like if they don't feel that love, if they don't feel like something's being reciprocated, they don't feel like they're being appreciated, they will kind of go out of their way to make you know that they are a vital part in your life. You know, it's the opposite Capricorn energy. It's low-key domineering sometimes because it's mama, you know. So Cancers, beware of that, because that is what can get you to run away from people, because you're this water, you're the ocean, you know, because you have this energy that gives and gives and gives and will be the shoulder that you can cry on, and you'll be the support system. And if you need somebody to cry with you, girl, I will cry with you because I feel you, because you are that person. It's like you want everybody to recognize you're that person, to have a sense of security and to have a sense of control. That is what gets people to run away sometimes. And sometimes that is what gets you codependent people. Like people just attached to you. People who want to be around you because they have almost like a mama complex. Like they have this thing where they want to be taken care of. They want you to, they need a shoulder to cry on. Now you just become like the handkerchief when somebody pulls out whenever they feel like having a good cry, or whenever they feel like they just need somebody somewhere to lay their burdens, you know? And because you're a Cancer, you could be more than willing to be that person for other people, because you want to feel in some way that somebody has you on some kind of pedestal that they will be open to sharing with you. Someone loves you enough to share with you. And the thing is, Cancer, you have so much love around you and so much love to give, but what you don't need to do, you don't need to smother people with your love. You can, it's like the tide. It's like you pull people in. That's what Cancers know how to do. Cancers know how to pull you in and just slowly unpack you. They make you feel so comfortable, whether it's a male or a female. The Cancer men especially have a different kind of pull that really appeals to the ladies, or we're not just gonna bring gender roles into here, but appeals to whoever they're trying to attract along with Cancer women. Because when you have like this masculinity infused with this subconscious femininity, it's like it pulls people in. I can't say more than that. Cancer is like with their eyes, with their movements, with they're magical. They're magical people. And they know it. It's like a subconscious thing. It's like, even if they don't admit it, they know it. And they just know how to just be so emotionally just sensual and have this maturity about them that just pulls you in and just pulls you in and just pulls you in and just makes you comfortable, to the point where you'll be talking to a Cancer and you'll be like, I just unpacked my whole life. I don't know how you do it, but you just did it. And hey, I don't know why I just felt like I could trust you, but I just felt that, and now all of my childhood traumas are with you, you know, and you're helping me through them. So yeah, so you have to be mindful of that tide, Cancer, because you're also really empathic. You can't take on everybody's stuff, girl, because now you walking around crazy, making everybody else crazy, because you can't help but show your emotions and wear your emotions on your sleeve. I don't care how hard that crab shell is, you can't help it. People see it. People see. So be careful with that tide, because you pull people in to the point where they just get lost and they're just like, oh, like some people didn't ask for it. You know, there's some people who are. Make sure you nurture the people who actually need it, who want it. I won't even say who need it, who want it, because you know that saying, you can't help nobody that don't want to be helped. Because that's when you drive yourself crazy. And then when you get to those people who are like, when you get to those people who are like, wait, back up, I don't want to drown today, back up, you know, it's like your feelings get hurt, because now you feel shunned. Now you feel like you're not a part. Now you feel like you're the bad guy and you're just trying to help. We're gonna leave it there for right now. Capricorn, father. Capricorn is a sign of initiation, and in a chart with Capricorn placements, like 10th house placements, Saturn placements, or with a person, you're gonna go through some kind of initiation with the Capricorn, because Capricorns, just like Cancers are psychic, they're just a psychic too. Like they smell BS, they peep BS, and they're like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. It's not gonna work. I don't have time for this. Like, and they just like, if you want to be in their life, you're gonna have to go through some things, because Capricorns are willing to take responsibility for a lot of things. Like I said, it goes back to that control thing, mommy daddy complex. It's a control thing, it's a security thing. That is what Capricorns need the most. The same way Cancers feel some type of way if they can't give love to somebody, feel some type of way if they aren't nurturing somebody and nursing someone else's wounds to kind of make up for their own, is the same way Capricorns are with success, the same way Capricorns are with control. It's like, if they don't feel in control, if they don't feel like they can bring home the beans, it's like they feel like they don't have a purpose. Like mommy daddy complex, you got to hear that. It's like they feel like they don't have a purpose if they're not bringing something to the table. So on the shadow self of Cancer, we have Capricorn, who needs to feel like they got it, who needs to feel like they don't have to rely on anybody else. And Capricorns would prefer for them to be the responsible one, them to be the sensible one, them to be the ones that don't have to rely on anybody else, but everybody relies on them. They make it that way because they're diligent, they're willing to get things done, they appreciate hard work, they respect hard work, and they truly feel like nothing can be done correctly without hard work. So therefore they're not afraid of it, which is one thing I really do respect about Capricorns, because Capricorns are not afraid to work. If you're not working for it, it ain't it. That's why they're the sign of initiation. If you're not working for this friendship, you're not working for this relationship, you're not working for this, there's no point, because I don't have the time. I have things to do, I have business meetings, I have money meetings, I have goals. I don't have time for this. You know what I'm saying? But also, behind the I don't have time for this, I have things to do, I have goals, I have responsibilities, Capricorns are so sensitive. They're so emotional. Just like their opposite, Cancer. But the thing about Capricorns is that because they are the responsible one, because they are the rock, and they are that shoulder that you can lean on, but they're not the shoulder you can lean on and they're gonna cry with you. They're not gonna do that. They're just gonna be sturdy. They're gonna be here. With that, people have to remember that Capricorns need a place to cry too. See, what a Cancer will do, a Cancer will pull everybody into a meeting and it's just like, okay, we need to talk. I've been really having some things on my mind. I know you guys have things on your mind, so I just need everybody to unpack, like, what are you thinking about this? Because I know you've been going through a lot in your personal life and with your husband and with what's going on, and I've really been praying for you. You know, me and you, we've been getting this together, because really for me and my personal life, it's really been a lot going on, and I really didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to stress anybody out. And I just really want everybody to be happy, and I want you guys to depend on me And just come to me anytime you have an issue, because I have issues that I need to work out too, and I really need to work it out with you guys, and I can help you guys work it out because we're in this together. We are sisters. I got you, baby. I got you. You are my baby. I got you. Capricorns ain't gonna do that. Capricorn's gonna be like, okay, girl, so we're getting together for brunch. Okay, let's talk, girl. Let's see what's going on. Boom, blah, blah, blah. And what a Capricorn will do, if they're even gonna do that, you either gotta be making some money moves or be really, really close friends for a Capricorn to be like going out to brunch with you or something like that, you know. But what a Capricorn will do, they'll give you like little hints. Like if they're complaining about like their career or something like that, then that just comes on territory of being a Capricorn, because they're always gonna be overbooked, overworked, busy, schedule, calendars, That's what Capricorns are gonna be. But if they're gonna open up to you emotionally, they have a hard time expressing their emotions as Cancers, like Cancers do. Cancers are the queens of that. I give that to them. That's why Cancers make amazing actresses, and just Cancers in general, because they're not afraid of emotions like people are. But Capricorns, they have a hard time expressing their emotions to others because they don't want to lose their power by doing that. They don't want to lose the sense of authority while doing that. They're going to express to you little things. And it's going to be random. It's going to be like, okay, so I'm feeling like this, so da-da-da-da-da-da. And you just kind of like are taking it back. And now you have to pay attention with the Capricorn. You have to be like, okay, are they opening up to me right now? Oh my God, are they opening up to me right now? Like that's kind of what goes on in your head. Like, oh wow, they're opening up. You have to pay attention to their little cries out for help, because a Cancer will whole lot be like, girl, I need help. I need help. Cancer men are gonna be like, hey, look, look guys, like I need some help with this. They're not afraid. A Capricorn, they're not gonna be like, hey, I need help. They're probably gonna tell you to help them, and then you will figure out why they needed this help as you kind of go along and as they kind of open up. They're very deep. Both of these signs are really deep. And with Capricorns especially, you have to be extra sensitive around their emotions and their sensitivity. They compartmentalize things a lot more than Cancers do. They will put their emotions to the side and do what they have to do, you know, and suppress their emotions and suppress them so much to where they can be really depressed. Honestly, depression can be a trait of Capricorn only because of how hard they are on themselves, only because of the fact that not a lot of people are going to understand their emotions, and they don't feel like having to break down their emotions to you just to have someone to vent to. They need you to already kind of intuitively understand, like a Cancer would. They get the stereotype of being like cold and emotionless, but they really are really sensitive. Now with the Capricorn male, let's get to that real quick, because they're a little different. Capricorn men are also very sensitive, but because it's a masculine energy, they're going to be more sensitive about money. If they can't provide for themselves, that's when they're going to have a big issue. And the thing is, sometimes Capricorns can be so taken away from their emotions and have suppressed their emotions so much, especially within the men. Can happen with the women, of course, but especially with the men, they can be so far gone from their emotions that they think that as long as they got a good paying job, as long as they ain't got to worry about paying no rent, as long as they can come home and have somebody to sleep with or cuddle with or make them some food or do whatever, that they're Gucci and they don't need nothing else and they can have everything else. Capricorn men can get that confused really weird, because it's a known thing for Capricorn men to kind of like have their cake and eat it too. We're gonna talk about Cancers in a second, but it's a known thing for Capricorns to kind of, men and women, I'm not even just gonna put it on the men, but it is more likely with the men to have their cake and eat it too, and have everything kind of like structured the way that they see fit. 5 different homes with 5 different women, 5 different types of nurturing that I can go home to. Remember, it's about security, that I can go home to and provide for them, because I'm spilling out money, I'm taking care of bills, I'm paying child support, I'm doing whatever, and I got a good job and I'm doing whatever, and I'm at the top of my game, so I'm good. Like, what emotions? Like, I don't have time for none of that. What you mean? Like, what you mean I need to settle down? What are you talking about? I am settled. I have a home over here, I have a home over there, I have a home over there with these different things. They need, Capricorn men especially need someone to be like, hey, come off your high horse. You need to emotionally unpack. Remember, mommy, daddy, Cancer. I'm gonna pretend like I'm a Cancer. Like, you need to emotionally unpack. Is everything okay? Is something bothering you? I can tell something's bothering you. It's work, isn't it? Yeah. Like, they need someone to kind of pry that out of them, and also someone that can keep them in check. Because if you let a Capricorn do whatever they want to do, especially the men, if you let a Capricorn do whatever they want to do and run all over you, honey, they will smoothly lie to you, smoothly. They just will. They're good at it. They just know. And you have to remember, it's because their opposite polarity is Cancer. They know the right and perfect things to say, how you want to feel, what you expect. That doesn't matter. What they expect is what matters. It's the pedestal thing. It's the 10th house. It's the highest point. It's like, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it, though? Like I said, there's pros and cons to every sign. There's no good sign. There's no bad sign. It just is what it is. Cancers. With this Capricorn energy on your opposite, on your shadow self, Cancers can have this kind of opportunist streak that Capricorns have. This business streak that Capricorns have. A Cancer will pull you in like the tide does. Pull you in, and be like, okay, yeah, so like, can you please help me out with this? Oh my God, because I'm really stressed. We just really need help with this, girl. Can you help me out with this? And you're like, sure, Cancer, anything for you, Cancer. Just like a Capricorn man can have 5 different homes that they stay at. And I'm just a disclaimer, I'm not saying that every Capricorn man is like this, because you know how people get. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's very likely that this is whatever. You have to remember that takes some kind of emotional manipulation to get what they want, in order to achieve that, and then not have nobody question their motives. That's what a Capricorn and a Cancer will do. They'll do things and achieve things and have nobody question how they got from point A to point B. Just know they did it. Cancers can emotionally manipulate because they just do it naturally. It's like an innate thing within them, because they connect to your emotions, like they see them already. So they just have to touch certain buttons to kind of just pull it out of you. It's like they have all these levers to pull for your emotional state, and whichever one can kind of benefit them if they need it, they'll use it. It'll get people to not trust you. It'll get people to like start throwing bad things on your name, because you're like, wow, I just literally emotionally unpacked with you, and then you're like using it against me. Because they're about security at the end of the day, that's one thing that Capricorns and Cancers have to kind of let go of. You have to understand that people are going to love you unconditionally, no matter what you're able to bring to the table. People love you. You don't have to prove why you are worthy of being loved. With Cancers, you can't just make people open up, or try to make people open up, and try to make people like you by giving them this love and giving them these blessings and doing what you feel will be good for them, and expect something in return. You can't do that, Cancer, because that's how you get people to run away. Because sometimes, Cancer, people can feel like your love is conditional, because you're like, oh, I did all this for you, so you should do this for me. And it's just like, whoa, but I didn't ask you to do all that for me. And some people can be so emotionally confused, where they're just like, oh dang, they're right, they did do all this for me, so maybe I should do this for them. That's not how it should work. That's conditional love, Cancer. You can't do that. Because you the mama, you got to do what mamas do. Because you've had this natural ism to nurture, you are in control of that, and you have to decide if you want to nurture a situation or if you don't. Because a lot of times Cancers get themselves into situations where they nurture toxic things that don't need to be nurtured, and then it festers, and now it's taken over them, and now they're an emotional wreck, and now they're blaming everybody for the things, and now it's everybody's fault because they do everything for everybody and nobody does anything for me in this house. I clean, I cook, I wash the dishes, I scrub the floors, I pay for your school, I pay for your outfits, and nobody does anything for me in this house. I do everything in this house. I would just appreciate some help around here. It's like it's like that's how Cancers can come. It's like, Cancer, that's how you come across to people. And some people are like, whoa, you invited me here. I didn't even come. I didn't even know. You invited me here. I'm sorry. I mean, you was just giving me blessings, and I was taking them because they was good. I mean, I like the blessings. I was just taking them. I didn't know we was this serious about it. I didn't know we was this deep, Capricorn. I didn't know we was on the other side, and I didn't know it was this deep. I didn't know you felt this way. You didn't even express to me that you felt this way. You just act like you was giving out the kindness of your heart. Whole time you mad at me because I didn't remember to give you a gift, or I didn't bring a gift when I came over to your house. I'm so confused, Cancer. You have to explain these things to me, Cancer, because I don't know your ways. You have to give without wanting to receive. Even if you give somebody a present, a very expensive gift, do not expect for them, you can't expect for them to call you now because you gave them something. You can't expect for them to ask, how's your day? Because then it feels like a task. It doesn't feel like, oh, genuinely out of my heart, I wanted to call you and check up on you. It feels like, oh, they did this for me, so before she act up, let me call her and make sure she good. That's not the kind of energy you want circulating around, Cancer. So pick and choose who you want in your circle, and once you understand that you are worthy of love without having to give and give and give and give and give and give and give, you'll be a lot happier. You won't have so many toxic situations where it's like, oh my God, I've been hurt by these people, I've been hurt by these people. Because I'm not denoting your hurt. I'm not saying that you aren't hurt by people or that people did not do you wrong. But I'm also saying that you have to look at your responsibility, opposite Capricorn. You have to look at your responsibility in the situation and see, okay, what did I do in this situation that I did in this situation that I did in this situation that I don't need to do again? Capricorns can be the same way. It's like, I'm here for you, I do this for you, I'm stable, I'm a very stable friend, but I'm not going to just emotionally just unpack with you. You have to earn that. You have to earn that. But Capricorn, you can't get upset with people. You do have to understand that in order for people to understand your sensitivity, sometimes you're gonna have to say them. You're gonna have to expose them sometimes, Capricorn. You can't keep them all bottled up because that will drive you insane. Capricorn, how are people supposed to be good friends to you, good wives, good husbands, good whatever to you if, yes, you're this stable friend for me, and I'm thinking I'm doing the best I can for you because you don't really seem like you need much, because you seem really independent. You seem like you got everything down pat. You have to tell people, look, I'm serious. Like, no, this actually hurt my feelings. Capricorns will provide, and they'll be there, and they'll be that sturdy friend. They're so dependable. Like, anytime you need them, like Ghostbusters, like call Capricorn. They got you. Capricorns and Cancers don't want to tell you to have to be there for them. It's not fair for you to be there for everybody else and then really have nobody there for you. It's not fair for you to be there for everybody else and you, when you're by yourself, you're in this corner, you're in this darkness, you're in this depth by yourself. And it's like, Capricorn, you feel like you have to take care of that. It's not anybody else's responsibility to help you with your emotional trauma. You have to take care of that. And Capricorn, that's not always the truth, Capricorn. You have people around you who are more than willing to help you, even if it's like, well, there's no point in telling them because they can't help. Like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Tell me to stop crying? What are they gonna do? You know, that's how Capricorns can feel sometimes. But it's like, Capricorn, even if all they gonna do is sit there with you and cry, even if all they gonna do is sit there with you and just not say nothing and just be there, you need people there. And sometimes people need to understand why they're there. It makes people feel closer with you, Capricorn. This bothered me and this is why. It's because I do this, and I do this, and I never get the credit for it. I never get the credit for it. Sometimes I get a little thank you and that's it. And it's because Capricorns have the daddy complex, the father complex. It's like, in a household, you got mama, which is a Cancer, you got father, which is a Capricorn, and you got the baby, who's an Aries. Sorry, I had to insert myself in there. But father, which is Capricorn, who's bringing home the beans, doing what he got to do, ain't got time to be at home nurturing everybody because that's Cancer's job, and I'm going to just be out here working and grinding and doing what I got to do and being dependable. If you need me, I'm there. Nobody really asks daddy, nobody asks father, oh, how are you feeling today? What's on your heart? What's stressing you? It's like, no, it's like just the same way a father would, or a heteronormative family would. A father, the Capricorn, is going to keep everything in because they don't want to stress nobody else out. It's not nobody else's responsibility. Keep it in and they're going to hold it down until somebody just starts to talk to them. Oh, well, you seem a little da-da-da. Are you okay? Are you da-da-da? That's what they need. they need security. They need to know that they have a place to lay their head. They need to know that they have somebody that they can talk to. This is Capricorn and Cancer. They need to know that they are loved without having to do something. Y'all, Cancer, Capricorn, need to know it within yourselves before you do anything else. Because if you don't know it within yourselves, you smother people, Cancer. You guilt trip people. You kind of like, you can make people like regret even receiving help from you because of that. And you don't want that, because you have so much to give, Cancer. You have so much to give, and you have you're a nice friend to have. You're a nice whatever to have. I won't even just label this whole thing as friends, just anything. You're a nice person to have on the team. Cancer, you have to know that within yourself so that you won't scare people away with you always being the boss. No. My way or the highway. Don't do that. That's dumb. Don't do this. You need to do this. Okay, great. I got this under control. I got this. 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 No, I got this. It's like, okay, she got it. You have to let some of that go. So, thank you for watching this video. If you are a Capricorn, hey, girl, hey, or hey, boy, hey. When I say that, I'm saying hey to everybody, girl. If you're a Cancer, hey. Thank y'all for watching this video. I hope you got something from it. My name is Nailyah Serenity. I didn't say that at the beginning of the video, but like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, because your girl is coming with some more consistent content. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back to my channel, girl. Bye.